I'm gonna make a yellow wrap maxi skirt. Why? Because it's March, it's cold, and I don't know what else to wear for spring. I mean, really, nothing says spring like bright yellow, like big bird yellow. All my cold clothes look drab. They look wintry. I want to look springy. And I'm using this Butterick pattern 1178 for the long maxi version. Am I having one of those days where I need to cut out my fabric in my pajama pants in March? Yes.
I guess I'm gonna make a bright yellow skirt to complement my bright yellow wide leg pants because that's what happens when you buy 3 more yards of fabric than you actually need to make the pants.
Making the skirt requires a left front piece, a right front piece, which really extends all the way through, and a back piece, and then a tie, a tab, see what that is, left front facing, back facing. I guess there's no right front facing? Step number 2, after you get all the pattern pieces cut out, is to mark the fabric. So how I do that is with just a simple needle and thread. I just thread the markings with the needle onto the fabric. And I noticed that the markings did not print fully on this pattern piece. So, I've never had this happen to me before. You can see over here, we have markings for darts, and then over here, and nothing. I had to draw it in. I guess I'll find out later if I got it right or not. So I'm ready to get started sewing. I have all my pattern pieces ready. I'm reading the directions, fully being prepared to start with the darts, because whenever a pattern has darts, that's usually step number 1. Not in this case. We're not starting with darts. We're actually starting with a narrow hem. Now, narrow hemming is my least favorite thing to do. Why? I just feel like it takes so much time. So I guess that's the perfect place to start. Let's get it out of the way. Okay, so to complete the narrow hem, I have my ruler measuring in 5/8 inch. And then I'm gonna iron. I feel like this is gonna work out better for me going this way. I've officially reached the trickiest part of this whole project, I think, which is doing a rolled hem around this little number. Okay. I need a minute to figure out how to do this. I feel like I've done a pretty good job getting it this far. I think I'm supposed to clip this off, so we'll just... All right, I think I got this. Oops, wrong button. The really great thing about this fabric though, lifesaver, is that it's staying very well when ironed. So it's like, I'm not even gonna have to pin it. Like, what's more amazing than that? Okay, psych. I am most definitely having to pin around the top of the front because it's like curved. It's curved. Might have gotten a little too excited about not having to pin. And then I get to figure out how to do that all over again for the tie that goes on the other end. Round 2. Oh. So that's how it's supposed to go. All right, you gotta see. Look at how perfect this looks. See, that's how it's really supposed to look. Nice little point on the end. As I finish sewing the narrow hem, let's compare how the two look. All right, without saying a word, I feel like you can probably see which one I screwed up and which one I did better on. So, looks a little bit different on the back. Don't look at the back, don't look at the back. So I've been sewing for a few hours, and now's about the time where I take a break. Eat a snack, lay down, rest. Because sewing is actually kind of hard on your body, like leaning over, doing all those narrow hems really gets me. I've reached a step where it's time to put the darts in, and I guess I'm just letting the excitement of the darts just carry me right on through. So here we go, putting darts in. Ready for dart 2? There is 4 darts total, 2 in the back and then 2 on the other wrap piece. Backside darts are in. Last one, and all done with darts for now. Coming back to this little tie here, we're actually going to put a pleat in it by just folding the markings from one side to to the other. And now it looks like a little petal. And then the directions say to add the tie right side up, attach it to one of the front pieces. And I'm not gonna lie, these markings are not matched up. It's almost like the markings are if I hadn't put the pleats in. So I don't know. I think I'm just gonna mark it at the top. I think. A little bit of a pattern miss there. But here's what else is a bit of a pattern miss. So this is a little flap. I think it's called a flap. It's a tab. This tab has a buttonhole in it, which I think is what helps keep the wrap dress together. It's supposed to go on the other side. I went back to my pattern piece and there's no markings on the other side, like none. I think we had the same issue with the darts with these markings. I don't know. Either way, it's really interesting to me that the tie is right side up and the skirt fabric is right side up, because how's it gonna tie? Is it gonna tie showing the wrong side? Anywho, next step is just to put basically the skirt together. So here's my skirt back. I have to be careful with my left and rights here because why am I getting so confused with my rights and my left? This is the left side. Now we're adding the front right side. I feel like this tie is on her left side. What? Okay, I get it now. Everyone please be smarter than me. Now that my skirt is pretty much intact, I'm gonna work on the facing. And now I just need to finish these rough edges on top, which I'm gonna do with facings. So with the facings, we do have to interface them. And I have interfacing. These are all my scraps of interfacing that I'm gonna use. I mean, don't be wasteful. Oh yeah. All right, I'll see how far this pile gets me. These facings is to sew them and attach them together, roll up the raw edge bottom, and then like sew it down so that finishes the edge of the bottom. Raw bottom. Raw bottom. Sometimes you really just have to be in the mood to sew, and right now I got places to be. So I'm gonna leave attaching these to the skirt for another night. Don't you just love it when you walk away from a project for a while and then have to dig it back out to start again? Now that it's been longer than I'm willing to admit from the last time I touched this skirt, I'm gonna need to re-pull out the directions and figure out where I left off. Yes, we left off with putting together the facings. I think a key to remember here is like you really have to remember which one is left and which one is front. All right. Now I attach the facing to the skirt. Seems like a sit-down job. As I'm attaching this, I'm just going piece by piece, matching up the ends, the notches, and then finally the side seams. Not everything is matching up, so this has officially become a stand-up job. Sometimes you just need to take a big breather. Quite surprisingly, this pinned a whole lot better than I thought it would. Random thought that comes to me as I'm sewing. Here's the thing about this skirt. I created this. I had the vision of this skirt to wear with a specific white dress. I wanted to wear the skirt like over a white dress. So if that doesn't look good, I might need a plan B. And now that the facings are in, I just have to narrow hem this and then we're done.